So we are live now. Hello and
I think
welcome
so.
everyone.
Hi everyone, welcome. We have some people already waiting.
Yeah,
Narjes, Hosseini, Dimitris, Logambros, Lianas, Alexia Mabidi. So nice to see you here.
hi everyone. Welcome to this info session about our next full stack class 24 already.
Yeah, crazy.
All right, so maybe let's wait a couple of minutes for more people to join before
Yes,
starting.
yeah, we
Hi
think it's
Kaja.
best.
I see we have early birds today.
Not so nice. Welcome, Haima Mahdi.
Shaima actually.
Shaima. Sorry. Yeah, I have to let the Arabic names to you, and I take the Greek names.
Okay, deal. Hi
Hi,
Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this one is trick. It's used
Yeah, it's both.
internationally.
Yeah. We're just waiting a couple of minutes to give the people who are a bit late.
Sarah wants to work with us. We can discuss this, not in this info session.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Find me. Yeah, send me a message. Sarah, you can find me on LinkedIn. Connect with me.
Hi,
Welcome,
Agnes.
Agnes. Okay. A lot of comments already coming. Very happy to hear that.
Yeah. Hi, Serp. Sorry for butchering your names, people.
So
Like,
it's,
let us be clear with us. It's a habit. It's an SHA habit, butchering people
yeah.
names.
Yes, we have to do it. We have students coming from, I think, 53, maybe
Yeah, something
more
like that.
countries by now. Yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah,
Nice. So I didn't butcher your name. I'm glad, Sarp. Thank you. All right, so maybe let's start. Yes. Okay, I'm already sharing the screen. Let's move to the next slide. So, welcome everyone to our 24th info session for the class 24 for the full stack web development career track.
I'm Damian Romanos. I'm the executive director at Social Hacks Academy.
And I'm Slim Kasraoui. I'm the director of product at Social Hackers Academy. And so the class will start on October 9th. This is a very broad overview. So the full stack web development career track lasts for 7 months, so 6 months of studying and projects. And the final month, the seventh one, is for the final project, the graduation project. The learning happens usually between 5 and 9 p.m. Eastern Europe time, and we provide scholarships for refugees and asylum seekers. So some of the important dates, just some, Damian, if you can keep an eye on the chat if you have questions, because while I'm presenting, I don't see the
Yeah, yeah,
It's
don't worry, Slim. Although
cool.
we prefer to answer the questions at the end because most of the questions will be answered along the way that you might have. So we prefer to answer them at the end, except if I find something that we are not going to address ourselves, I'm going to let you know, Slim, immediately. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. All right, so important dates for this career track. So the day you apply, you will, after getting to our website and clicking on the apply button, you will be redirected to book a call with our admission team. During this call, they will let you know more details about the program, give you access to our communication softwares, our education platform, and so on and so forth. Uh, Today is the info session day, the 28th. The 6th of October is when we close the applications. So hurry up, it's almost a bit more than a week. And the 9th of October, once you are accepted and enrolled to the career track, it will be the first day to the program. And you can secure your spot by finishing the pre-course as soon as possible. And since we operate on first come, first served, that's why we encourage you to complete it very fast. So regarding our methods, how we do things, we have a holistic approach to employment. And at Social Hackers Academy, more than 91% of our graduates have found a job already. What you will study with us or learn with us will be is split on two categories, let's say the technical one and the non-technical or soft skills, or we call it employability track. So for the full stack tech track, so you will learn the basics of programming, HTML and CSS, JavaScript, and advanced, of course. Front end part, back end, and the 7 month is for the final project. And then also during these 7 months, you will get to use the help desk. So you have support from our teams 7 days a week. You will be paired with your peer students. So you will do pair programming. So you will learn in pairs. And some of the non-technical things that you will learn will be time management and effective communications, communication best practices. You will learn how to create a standing CV, LinkedIn account, and GitHub accounts. You will have some workshops and sessions with the employability team about industry mindset and behavioral interviews. They will review your digital footprint. This will be at the end of the program, and then after graduation, you will have a mock interview. You will have coaching through the job search phase, technical roadmaps, technical career advisor, and many more things. We cannot fit everything in a couple of slides, so we are trying to give you a, a good overview. So I saw actually a question already in the chat. It's Agnes asking about live content. So this answers your question. So for the technical part, some of the concepts that you will learn will be HTML and CSS. So for example, tables, forms, medias, box model, positioning, flexbox, grid, and many other technical stuff. JavaScript, basics and fundamentals, DOM manipulation, events, APIs, React, Node.js, and Express. And for the database part, you will learn about MongoDB and Mongoose. So the sessions are online. And to answer Anya's question, if it's free, we provide scholarships to refugees and asylum seekers. And regarding the fees, we will cover this in a later slide. All right. So I will let you take this one, Damien.
So, actually, I want to say that. Said it's
I
91%.
think we don't hear you very well.
Okay,
Can you try
now.
again? No, it's kind of robotized. I remember it was happening to Neil at some point. So
No.
maybe
Yeah.
disconnect. Is it only me or also the attendees? If someone can drop in the chat if you are hearing Damien well or not, please.
Okay, I think it's fine now.
Yep, now it's better.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry for that. I don't know how. I now learned how it happened. I want to say that before we mentioned we have 91% placement rate. It's actually 95. We need to update the slide.
The slides.
So, yes. Thank you all. Thank you for saying it's a bot. Yeah. I'm not a bot. So the total hours of learning during the 7 months that the program lasts are 112 hours of live classes, which are all recorded and can be watched on demand. Although we do suggest for you to do your very best to attend the classes live, we have over 84 hours of employability skills trainings, and that's just in the 7 months of the course because we have a lot of employability support after successful graduation. We have a minimum of 70 hours of pair programming, something that is very, very important for your skill development, and 560 hours of guided learning.
Cool. Thank you, Damien. So, when are the classes? Is a common question that is asked. So, the classes are generally on Monday and Thursday, and some weeks you might have more than two sessions. And the sessions always start at 7 p.m. Athens time. So this table here is how might your schedule look like, but it's not how it should. There are some things that you should attend, like the live sessions, the webinars, the employability workshops, and so on, that are have fixed time at 7 p.m. always, and then it's up to you to manage your time. So, and talking about managing time, we have among our students people that are working. So people that are fully available for the program. We call them regular hackers. I prefer to call them everyday hackers. And we have the weekend hackers for people that are working and cannot be available during the whole week. So for the let's discuss really quick the everyday hackers. So let's say you, as we said, the learning happened between 5 and 9 p.m. So this is the average time that we ask you to study during the week. So 4 hours a day. So let's say the session. So the session starts at 7 p.m. So before the session starts, you go through the content of the course by yourself, and while being on Discord, you have the support of the instructors and the SHA team. Whenever you're stuck or need assistance, then you have the live session, and then after the live session, either you go continue studying or you start working on the assignment, or during the JavaScript part, you will be paired with one of your peer students to work on the challenges in pairs. The pairs are generated every month randomly, so you are paired 6 times during the program to work with someone from your class. And this is something, apart from the technical aspect, it's also for team collaboration. It enhances your communication skill, problem solving skills, and so on. So yeah, session during Monday and Thursday, and sometimes you have more than 2 sessions, depending on the content of the week. And then for the weekend hackers, we suggest that if you are working during the week, that you spend the whole weekend studying and working on the program, but we strongly recommend that you spare a couple of hours or 1 hour a day during the week in order to stay in shape and don't lose the pace and the momentum of the pace of the course, let's say. So some other question that we get very often: can I make my own schedule for the course? So yes and no. You can make your own schedule outside of the session time, and the options is that you need to study regularly, so every day, also on the weekends, and you can also study when you want with your own schedule. The idea is to consider this program as at least a part-time job where you are spending at least 20 hours per week. So
Minimum of 20
minimum.
hours. That's yes. This is very important for you to realize that this is a serious commitment that you need to take if you want to have the result of graduating and eventually getting placed in a job. So make sure that you have the time, and or you can commit the time towards our program.
Definitely. And we have a question from Kaja for this slide. So if my friend is also doing the course and we are both working, is it possible to team up to be a pair for assignments for better time management? So the assignments are not, you won't work on the assignments in pairs, but on the code challenges. So there are the assignments, and then you have also the code challenges. And if you mean by your friend, because I know you are joining this class, Kaja, so if you mean by a friend, is it someone that is studying in the same class or in another class? If it's in another class, then no. If it's in this class, then I said that we generate the pairs randomly, but we are taking in consideration weekend and everyday hackers. So if you are a weekend hacker, you will be matched with someone who is also a weekend hacker in order for time management. But in any other case, if there are some challenges and so on, you can reach out to your instructor, and then we will find someone to pair with you that bets like your working hours and so on. So we will always find solutions as long as there is a good communication.
Yeah, and allow me to add here, Slim, that Kaya, you should want to work and do the pair programming with other people, because you know your friend, you already know how to communicate effectively. And yes, it's safer to be with a friend, and that's great. If you have a friend, it will really help you because both of you will be kept accountable by each other. So you'll help essentially each other. But I would strongly suggest for you to have as many pair programming buddies as possible, because this will develop your communication, collaboration, team working skills better. And this is what our program is about. It's not just about finishing the assignments. It's not just about getting the certificate. The certificate is great, but the skills you develop to get this certificate, that's the thing that has significant value.
Definitely.
Can I take the next
Yes.
question? Yeah.
Sure.
So Sarah asks if we provide career support, and yes, Sarah, that's a thing. That's a service that I consider really differentiates our school potentially from other schools. So yes, we do provide quite a bit of career support. It really depends on you. Like, we have people that you can reach out every day for as long as it's needed for you to find your first job. So we, apart from the things we teach during the 7 months, also after graduation, after the first week that we tend to give you like as a holiday, then there is a specific process you need to follow each week. you need to do this, and then you need to do that, and then you need to do the other thing in order for you to reach the goal of employment. So if you are up for it, then we are here to support you 100% with anything, because this week it might be about optimizing your CV. Next week is about you failed in an interview and you need a mock-up interview to test and play around a bit with our team, with our team members. So I can't stress enough how important this is for us, because that's our goal. Our goal is for you to get placed in the tech industry. It's not just for education's sake, let's say.
Okay, and here's your preferred slide.
Yeah, so who is a good programmer? We tend to hear this a lot. And is a good programmer a great mathematician? You know, I always say, yes, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to be a good mathematician, but it's not mandatory. Now, if you want to be a crazy AI engineer with 5-10 years of experience, then yes, maybe you have to develop your math skills quite a bit. Then a good programmer must have bad communication skills. This is as far from the truth as possible, because the new age developers, I would say, especially for the junior ones, your communication skills in some cases are most important than your technical skills, because companies consider it much easier for them to teach you a bit of programming than to teach you how to communicate effectively. And this is something that we pay a lot of attention for you to develop during the 7 months of our course. Then a good programmer should be able to fix a printer. And it doesn't hurt, you know, to be able to fix a printer, but it's not mandatory for sure. Then, you know, the good programmer is not creative. Again, I would say quite the opposite. I guess there are programmers who are not as creative and they do something very specific, but I would say, for me at least, programming is an art and a science put together. So the artistic part, you need to be creative, and then the technical part, okay, yeah, you need the hard skills of actually knowing how to use an array or how to use all the other things that you Slim know much better than me. And yeah, the good programmer must be a nerd and a lonely person. I think Hollywood portrayed the programmer like this, and we all now have to explain that no, it's not mandatory to be a nerd. There are nerds, of course, I'm sure, but also there are extroverts and there are introverts and all kinds of people. Everyone can become a programmer if you really want to, and you want to study hard and develop your skills and keep learning and keep hustling. Everyone can do it. That's for sure. And here we can see about your career opportunities. These are generic statistics, right? We cannot have, as we mentioned at the beginning, we have had students from 53 different countries. We cannot put every country here, like what's the salary. So we give ranges in some of the countries we have loads of students in. This might be very different in your country, but the important thing is that a person who is a developer definitely has one of the highest salaries wherever you are. Either you are in England or Dubai or Turkey or Tunisia, programmers are getting paid the best salaries. And there are a lot of industry trends like AI, you know, it has taken us by storm the past few months. I don't think it's a year yet, with ChatGPT and many other tools that are coming our way. Accessibility is always an important factor and a trend. Blockchain, IoT, and virtual reality are among the things that are trending right now. But I would say in this, find what makes sense for you. So if you are excited about IoT, focus on IoT. We had a student who only cared about making internet more accessible. So she focused on that, and now she is an accessibility engineer consultant. Whatever is your passion, go and do that. Don't necessarily follow the trends because money might be there, or you'll have a good CV writing you are an AI engineer. If you don't love it, then what's the point, really?
And something that you will gain if you don't have it already during this program is that you will be pushed towards being autonomous learner. And then after finishing this program, so you will become full stack web developer. And then let's say you want to go to blockchain. You are interested in blockchain. So the thing is that after studying with us, then you can go and pick up any technology and study it by your own. It would be much easier than if you do it before joining our bootcamp. So that's something that you are being trained on.
Let me try to tackle a question. Maybe Slim, you want to add something there from Dimitrios Iliogandros, and he asks, "What happens if I start a course and I have learning difficulties? Is there learning support?" So it depends on what you mean by learning difficulties. So do you mean like you are on the autism spectrum, or you have ADHD, or things like that?
Or technical.
What do you mean? Or technical, like I have a problem with my assignment, my code doesn't work. What's your question, Dimitrios, if you want to answer this? Because we can answer both questions, of course, just need to make sure. And until you write it, maybe it's like slow learner, for example, or a more theoretical background. So yeah, our program, we have created it. We have all people from all rounds of life, for sure. And we have made our very, very best in our pedagogical models, in our processes, to make sure that everyone can proceed and graduate the class. Now, if, for example, I don't like to call the term slow learner because we are all different learners. And I might be very slow in something, and Slim is very fast, I don't know, or the other way around. So there is no one type fit all kind of thing. For us, if you consider yourself a slow learner, and let's say your teacher agrees with it, then maybe you have to put a bit more effort. There are students who need to put more effort. Actually, the accessibility consultant I mentioned earlier, she was making art through glass. She was making the glass hot and making some crazy sculptures and stuff. So no technical background, like zero. She had to put 40 to 50 hours per week because that's what she felt. She felt in love with accessibility. She put all her time there. So she invested more time. So you could call her a slow learner. I wouldn't, for sure. So the thing is what you want to do, Dimitri. If you want to graduate and you are able to communicate this to your teacher and to the person who helps your cohort run, and you really want to be with us, then yes, you will graduate. We are here to do whatever it takes for you to succeed. Once you are in, the hard thing with SHA, with our bootcamp, is to get in. If you're in, then we are there for you no matter what. And maybe, just maybe, we don't like this, we don't prioritize this, but maybe you will graduate a month later from the cohort. I don't know, something that has happened before. Because things happen, life happens. You are 3 weeks sick, knock on wood, right? And like fast or slow learner, that's a tough thing to tackle. So we are here to support you, only though if you communicate your needs to us. We cannot
That's what
guess.
I was going to add.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead, please. Elaborate on this. Yeah.
Yes. So during the course, as we said, there is some content that you will go through by yourself, and in the meanwhile, there are the sessions, and also we have the help desk support, which is available 7 days a week. So as long as you are studying and you are committed to the course and you communicate with us whenever you are stuck, so you can open a ticket, you will get support from the instructors. Also, some of the your peer students will jump in, and so we are fostering a collaborative learning environment. And yeah, so as long as you are putting the effort and trying your best, and whenever you reach out to us, you will find us there to support you, either on the technical or non-technical aspects of your journey. Sometimes you need some emotional support. We are also there for that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And we've all been there, and we've had hundreds of students. So with through our 6 years of experience in this industry, we have seen, I would say, almost everything. You never know. People, tend to surprise you. But we've tackled many challenges with our students. So if you really need it, we'll figure it out. Allow me to
Yes.
tackle another question from Volkan Mavis. He says, I am from Turkey and will be in Germany for next year. Is it realistic to expect finding a job after your program? Volkan, we offer a job guarantee. We'll talk, I think, more about it later, but we offer a job guarantee. So if you graduate and you do everything we tell you to do after graduation, which
And
is
during the course.
and do yeah, yes, I assume this has happened to reach graduation, but that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point, Slim. It's not, yeah. So if you follow the process, it's a huge process behind it. It's not that we do random things. So if you follow the process and you do your absolute best, then yes, we guarantee a job. You will find a job in Germany. And especially Germany has a very solid market of developers. We have many students who are there and currently working that traveled there or were in Germany and studied there. So yeah, absolutely. It has to do with your skill set that you develop. You have to do the work. So we guarantee the job because of our process and systems, but you have to do the work. If you want to do the work, then yes, you will find a job no matter what.
All right. So what makes SHA special are the live classes that are recorded and you can watch them on demand, the code challenges and the live solutions of these code challenges. So you will be working on the code challenges in pair, and then you will present like every week during the JavaScript phase. A pair will be assigned to do the solution in like with the whole class at the beginning of the session. Then we have also code review for your assignment on a weekly basis. And for this, like you need to submit your assignment in time. And that's why I I I insisted on doing all the things that we ask you also do during the course, because if you don't submit your assignments on time and so on, this will make the code review a bit harder for our instructors, and that can interfere with your experience. Then pair programming, which is a very important aspect in programming. So you work with someone else. It fosters the teamwork, communication skills. Sometimes you will work with people that you get along with, and sometimes you don't. So you will learn how to deal with real life situations. Also, the help desk support 7 days a week. This is for the technical aspect. You have mentors, the soft skills and employability workshops with our employability team. And you have also 2 events per month, one technical and one soft skill and HR related. So the technical, you will be introduced and introduced to new technologies. Sometimes it will be something related to the program. Sometimes it will be other technologies which are nice to be exposed to, and that's how it works.
And Tasos asks a great question. Tasos Kata, he joins us from Facebook today. He says, hello, are there any plans to create an automation testing course? Not at the moment, Taso. Testing, we know the need in the market. We know there is a demand there, but the demand is kind of small for us at the moment. And at this moment, we are building two new programs, more to be announced very, very soon. So I don't see this happening in the next year. So not right now, Tasso. And some of our students are heading to testing roles after graduation. So becoming a full stack engineer makes it so much easier for you to become a testing engineer. So consider this. Although I agree, you don't have to be a full stack engineer to become a QA engineer, as they call them, quality assurance engineers. So you don't have to, but they have an advantage definitely over. So a full stack developer who already knows about testing has more chances of finding a job as a tester than as a regular tester. Hope this covers you, Tasso, and the very best luck. QA engineer, I personally suggest it to anyone. It's a great way to enter, to break into the tech industry for sure. So this is a very complicated slide. I almost hate it, but it has to be there because we have to tell you what is different from us. So I suggest, if you want to really read it thoroughly, go back to our YouTube. Once this live has finished, you can go back, pause the screen, and have a look. But I'm going to very quickly go through it. So what makes SHA different? Our pedagogical approach. It's instructor-led. We have project-based learning. We have community learning. It's fully hands-on. Then we have coding reviews. All your assignments receive code reviews. As far as I'm concerned, there is no other coding bootcamp out there who actually does this, because you need feedback from people. It's not just to write the code. Yes, of course, writing the code is the first step and very, very important, but you must also receive feedback on how good or not good your code is. Then we have the live classes twice per week. We have the events that Slim mentioned earlier, twice per month. We have pair programming and employability support. It's really crazy how much employability support we provide. We have the weekly assignments, recorded videos, up-to-date curriculum, community-based learning, technical assistance by senior devs, 7 days per week. So for the weekend hackers or for the person who wants to study a bit in the weekend, we offer, of course, scholarships and inclusive pricing options. And we offer certification at the end. Although I would say that the most important thing is the portfolio you're going to build. That's what makes our students employed at the end of the day. Certification or not, it's just a certificate. If you can have the certificate but not be a programmer, you will become a programmer through attending our cohort. And I don't want to diss on YouTube and all the others. The learning is different for people. We believe we have the very best pedagogical approach and system. And we stand by everything we do in SHA. Yes, sorry, Slim. Go ahead and change the slide. Yeah. So does the job market need developers? Actually, I was reading a study that it's over 22% right now. It's really crazy. And the average growth rate of all other industries is about 4%. Even with AI now, people are afraid that AI is going to take over programmers. And yes, AI is going to take over. Wait, Slim, I'm going to hack to put it here. So yes, regular developers are going to be replaced by developers who use AI tools for increased productivity. So the job market definitely needs more developers, and that's why also we are able to offer the job guarantee, because the market is there. Our program is successful in teaching you the basic things to start as a junior or entry level engineer. So that's about it.
So what's the equipment that you need for the course? So first thing is to have a stable internet connection, since everything is online. A computer, of course, preferably with a RAM of a minimum 4 gigabytes, a processor of an Intel i5 or equivalent, a wide display, minimum of 15 inches, and preferably a second monitor that would boost your productivity. And this comes with any computer, so an operating system, either a Windows, a Mac, or a Linux. So all of them would do.
So what does it take to succeed in the course? This is a very, very important slide, because you must look at this slide and consider yourselves. We cannot do this for you. We are here to support you. So you need to be determined and to have a desire to become a developer. We have some people coming over to our classes, and they listen about programmers making very big salaries, and that's true. But for you to get there, you need to really like becoming a programmer. And you might not know it right now. So okay, I guess you have to check it out. And that's one of the reasons we've created our pre-course. During our pre-course, you can have a very solid idea if you like programming or not at the end of the pre-course. Then you need to manage yourself, to manage your time. It's a very intensive course. It's not for the faint-hearted. So you must be able to manage yourself, your time, your priorities, in order to succeed in graduating our classes and eventually getting a job. Then curiosity. This is one of my favorites. I have seen that this is one of the determining factors of developers. They really want. It's a good thing to be curious, because curiosity will lead you to learn more, study more, understand better the technology you're using at work. So being curious is a great thing, and of course having a growth mindset. We actually teach this during our our soft skills course that you take during the 7 months. It's important, even if you have a fixed mindset at the moment, it's important to eventually develop a growth mindset. We don't have the time now to explain what growth mindset and fixed mindset is. You can Google it if you choose so after today's meeting. But yeah, and I also see Tassos. You want to take this, Slim? I see it.
Yes. So actually, I'm just looking for the link in our website to give you the
Okay.
PDF that I'm gonna share it in the chat. So yeah, just to really quick answer your question, Tassos, and seems like you have already quite an idea about web development. So we are teaching the MERN stack, and okay, so here is the link. Let me put it in the chat. So this is our the PDF of our curriculum. So you can download it and have a look at it. In the meanwhile, yeah, so you will learn HTML and CSS, like from basics to advanced concepts. some front-end frameworks like Bootstrap, Tailwind. You will be introduced to Tailwind. You will learn JavaScript, of course, and its libraries, React, JS for the front-end part, also jQuery, and for the backend part, you will learn Node.js, Express, and for the backend, you will learn MongoDB. And that's it in a nutshell. But for more details, just check the curriculum in the PDF.
Go to our website. Go to the full stack web development class course. You'll see also other information. Yeah, this is of course the technical, but also you will see other things that are important, I would say. So yeah, have a look.
You're welcome, Tassos, and let's move to the next slide. So, Damien.
Yes. So, yeah. You really need to find your why. During the 7 months, you are going to be challenged. I think you're going to be challenged from the first day of studying in SHA. SHA, our courses are not easy courses. We have a very specific goal for you to get a job. And for you to get a job with very high salaries, you need to understand your why. Why do you want to do it? Really take the time to think. Why do you want to do it? It might be offer more opportunities to your family. It might be moving to another country to find better opportunities. It might be many things for different people. You need to write this down. You need to realize, why am I going to commit 7 months of my life to SHA? Especially for those who work and also studies, it's very hard. So you need to know your why. Because when time is hard, you need to go back to your why and say, okay, this is why I do it. And then you can persevere. And then you can communicate your needs. And then you'll go the extra mile. And 10 miles after that. Because it's not easy. It's really not easy. And we don't say this to demotivate you. By no means.
Yeah, don't get us wrong.
No, we want you in, of course. We want motivated people who want to study and change their lives. But at the same time, because we know very well our product offering, we must tell you that it might not be the right time for you. We are launching the next cohort in the next few months. You can join then or join a year. This has happened in many of our students. Couldn't join today and they joined. We'll be here. That's for sure. That's a thing we can guarantee pretty much. And
yes.
Yeah, sorry, Slim, go.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So understanding your why, writing it down. Don't just think about it. Write it down. Write your why. This will help you when the going gets tough. And it will get tough, I can assure you. From week 1. And then week 2 is coming. And I think it's week 28 at the end of the cohort. You have too many weeks. That's going to be hard. So you need to persevere. You need to know your why. And because maybe it's not the right time for you. Yeah, we are here. No matter what. Once you're in, we are here. But I'm not going to do the whole work for you. Slim has done it. In his time, because he's also a coding bootcamp graduate. So he's done it, right? You have to do it as well. Nobody will do it for you, but we'll be there to support you and cheer you, and to hopefully see you in the graduation day in 7.5 months from now. So, as the tuition options, we have different pricing. I have to say here that we are a non-profit organization. So you might see other pricing and you'll probably notice how cheap it is for the pricing for the services we offer. We can do this because we are a non-profit school. We have no one to give money to, investors and stuff. It's just a very dedicated and diverse team. We come from 9 countries, our team. We are just here to make you succeed. So, because we have students from all around the world, we have 3 different pricing options. So you can see on the bottom, there are 1, 2, 3. It's the countries essentially. So for example, United Kingdom is in tier 1. So they pay 1,495 pounds. If you pay upfront, where you get also a 20% off, or you can have installments, and we call it study now, pay later, kind of, and that's 1,870. And for installments, you pay 40% upfront. So when we accept you, after you finish the pre-course, and we accept you, you need to pay 40% of the course. And then the next month, 20%, and 2 months after that, 20% as well. And the second tier, so countries like Greece, like Italy, like Latvia, they have to pay 995 or the equivalent in installments, and 495 euros and 625 for all other countries. The best way to see this is go to our website from your browser, and we have a way to show you the correct price for you. So wherever you are, just go to our bootcamp page, and you'll see how much it costs for you. And we offer scholarships, for refugees, asylum seekers, and of course you need to provide proof that you belong to those vulnerable groups.
So I think that's it for the presentation. Let me stop sharing.
Yeah.
So good luck on your journey. And
that's right. Don't use VPN, because we've had this problem actually. I was on the phone with a student, and she was telling me that it's 1,500, but I was saying, no, you're from Greece. It's 1,000. So yeah, don't use a VPN for this, because we will check your address once you register. So no try to hack the process. The pricing, we've done the very best that we can do for you to offer a great service with a very significant result at the end. Now it's the best time for you to ask any questions you might have, and we didn't answer along the way. Dimitrios says, thanks a lot for the answers, guys. Awesome, Dimitri. Very nice to have you today.
You're more than welcome. And by the way, it's like, let me share with you our Discord server community, Discord community server link. If you want to join, so we have a community of more than 400 person there. So this is the link if you want to join, and you can of course keep in touch with us over there, ask your question, interact with the community, and a lot of nice things. That's also one place where we share our events and the projects that we accomplish, and the news, like for example the 2 new career track that will be disclosed soon. And yeah, like we will be around for any question or concern.
Yeah, it's really cool to join our Discord server because even if the program is not the right time for you to join, it really helps being there to see other people communicate. Maybe you have a question or 3. it's really nice for you to join our community of learners.
I guess we don't have any more questions. So the recording will be on our YouTube channel. If you need to watch some part of it again, or if you want to share it with people that you know they might be interested.
I think it's a technical question, Slim, from Samantha.
It's about job interview. So what do you mean by DSA, Samantha?
And Tassos asks, while Samantha responds, Tassos asks, are there certain companies that constantly employ graduates? There are a few that have hired, for example, 5 engineers or 6 of ours, but not at once. Like one engineer 2 years ago, 2 engineers last quarter or whatnot. So there aren't certain companies. I could say a few, but this doesn't necessarily prove that you will be able to join these companies. You can go to our website. We have many companies. There is like a slider there that shows some of the companies our students work, like Deloitte. I can tell you about Deloitte and Cisco and Microsoft, but that's not the point here. The point for us is for you to become an engineer, work very hard, and the good job will come to you. That's for sure.
So to answer your question, Samantha, the algorithms and problem-solving part of the program is covered by the code challenges. So every week you have 2 code challenges to solve, and that will enhance your algorithmic thinking, analytical, and thinking. So yes, for the interview, to master the job interview, I mean, it depends on the company. Some companies will ask you some questions about some concepts. Some other will give you a technical assignment to do. So it really depends. But definitely knowing how to deal with data and algorithm is something that you will learn during the bootcamp, and it's something very important for your career as a full stack developer.
100%. And allow me to add to Tasso's question before about our companies that employ our graduates. We have many companies that reach out to us. They are on Discord actually. They post their own job descriptions there. We have our team that sources jobs for the main countries. Let's say we are in. Greece is definitely one of them. So it really. There are companies. We have companies every 2 times a year. We do a career tracks that we bring 6 to 10 companies that are hiring our students. So the previous time it was Vodafone, it was Upstream, it was Deloitte, I think. I don't remember the rest, but yeah, many. Many companies reach out, but we are focused on you getting the skills needed to land that job. And Tassos follows up. He says, thanks. From my experience, you need to get the job apart from knowledge. 1, know the right people, 100%. Previous experience in similar position. Yes, of course. But what happens if you don't have experience? In this case, you must have a killer portfolio. If you have a very good portfolio, then this kind of subsidizes for not having a similar position in the past, because all our graduates are first-time developers. So none of them have had previous positions in this. If you were a QA engineer and then you finish the bootcamp, then yes, you have more chances, let's say. Not chances, the chances are the same. It will be faster for you to get a job. Yeah, and less complicated. but this doesn't really matter. And about knowing the right people, 100% I agree with you. Knowing, I wouldn't say the right people, that could also help. It's knowing people, it's networking. For example, during this time, Sarah, that post I mentioned earlier, she connected with me on LinkedIn, right? She's probably going to send me a message. I'm going to respond to her. That's networking. So yes, networking is a very important skill and can boost your career, can make things easier for you.
And
We do
to,
this networking during the classes. It's a skill. It's a skill you do need to develop. I know nobody wants to network at the beginning. I know I didn't want to network when I started my professional career. Sorry, Slim, for hoarding the time. But yeah, that's all. At the end of the day, developers are hired on their knowledge of tech. It's a very it has great equilibrium. It's one of the best industries where if you are really worth it, you'll get a job. Okay, with politicians, different. Yeah, politicians, it's about who you know. Uh, and it helps here also. If you know 100 founders of tech companies, then yes, probably you're getting a job faster than your fellow graduates. But it's not mandatory. So yes,
and to
that's
answer
send me a connection. Yeah, 100%.
networking already, that's great.
Yeah, you have to network. You have to network because maybe. So you send me a connection request, right? And I remember you from today. I will probably won't, but maybe you send a follow up message, and then I remember you. And then you want to be connected in that company, and you see that I'm connected with the CEO, and I'm connected with so many CEOs you can believe, because we work together all the time. Then you might ask for a warm referral. So I connect you with this person if I know him personally. Yes, that's how it's done. It's not rocket science, and we do teach it. But you have to be a bit out of your comfort zone. Nothing in life comes without extreme hard work.
So, to answer Dimitrios' question, is it possible to find a job without a relevant or not at all bachelor degree? Most of our students are career switchers. And personally, I was a physiotherapist before jumping into a boot camp and becoming a developer. And then I went through education, and here I am today. A lot of people that studied with me and a lot of people that studied with us at SHA are getting jobs. And as we shared at the beginning of this info session, our employability rate is around 95%. So it doesn't matter. And actually, the IT sector is evolving in a really crazy pace that university are finding hard time to keep up, and employers are not looking for certificates. I mean, yes, if you have a certificate from a well-known university or bootcamp and so on, that would definitely help. But what they look for is what you know and your technical skills. That's why there are technical interviews and technical assignments. So at the end of the day, if you know how to do if you get the job done, you will be hired, no matter what's your background or your certificate or whatsoever.
And there is a contradiction here between me and Sleep. So I studied computer science, never graduated. I never became a programmer. And after 15 years, I co-founded this company. Slim had nothing to do with it. So I'm not the technical. Slim started as a physiotherapist. He had his own office and business. And now he's the director, not just our instructor. He's the director of education and employability in SHA. So life is crazy. You have to play the game. You have to work very hard, very, very hard. That's the only thing that will make you different from the next guy. You have to work hard. This is our mantra here in SHA. You cannot change your life without doing something different than what you're doing so far. If so far, and we have many students who have done that, and it's okay. you've been watching for 6 months, 12 months, coding related YouTube videos, most likely you will never become a programmer because there is no clear path. You need a clear roadmap. You need to start from a place. You need to go to the second place, third place, until you reach the point of placement.
And our program is, just to add to what you just said, our program is split into sprints. So each week has its own content, and then each week is split into sprints. So there are 2 days or 3 days sprints. So every week you have specific things to learn, to go through. So it's well structured, so you don't get lost into searching for the information and falling into rabbit holes. That's how it's called. And yeah, so we are here to support you all along the way, either on the technical or non-technical aspect, and after graduation with the employability aspect. And yeah, this field is for everyone, knowing that our program is for beginners. So you don't need to have any background in IT to start the program. And as long as you put the efforts, the hours of studying, practicing, and so on, which we cannot do at your place, then you have all the necessary equipment to become a web developer. And then you never know where it can take you. You can work as a web developer. You can work if you have like previous experience in your professional life as, let's say, product as a manager or product owner or something like that. So you can manage a team of developers, or you can go like sky is the limit.
Yeah, and yeah, your previous background does play a role. I remember one of our students who was graduated from Deloitte. Just Google it. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, just Google it.
That's the answer to your question, Tasso. That's what he's responding to. Tassos asks, isn't there a problem of forgetting HTML, CSS by the time you do backend? So it's 4.5 months actually, the difference.
Yeah.
I think it's or 5.5 months. No, 4.5 because anyway, doesn't matter. You do actually Slim, when he used to teach in SHA, he used to be called from our students, Mr. Just Google it. Just Google it. Developers are not crazy geniuses in most cases who remember everything. You cannot remember everything. It's crazy the amount of information. A good developer is a person who knows how to Google and find a solution and put many different solutions together. It's more of an architect of solutions that you place together to create the very best code for your needs.
Yeah, the tech, the information is out there. It takes you just to Google it, and you will also learn because Googling is a skill in itself. Like, you need to know how to look for the information and not to get lost into rabbit holes. So yeah, programmers, most of the time they Google. I mean, the most experienced programmers, they will Google how to center a div in HTML, which is a very basic, but we tend to forget because there are a lot of details. So you know that the information is there. Whenever you need it, you just go and Google it. It can Stack Overflow, definitely. And also AI. It can boost your searching speed.
Yeah, like hell. You're also going to develop that skill along the way in our course. It's a new tool, and you need to understand it and use it no matter what. Because if you're just a developer, in a year or two, you are not going to have a job. The people who can use these AI tools will thrive. Until we, and since we are out of, because this was a 1 hour call, I saw a meme on TikTok or something that said, like a doctor was searching how to put a bandage in someone's foot. And that was like what Tassos asked before, like something very basic. Yeah, people Google things all the time. The doctor, after 10 years of studying, he needed to see how to put a bandage properly. So it's okay. It's really okay. Any other questions before we wrap up today? Actually, before we wrap up, I definitely want to mention that we are at the closing of the cohort. We have limited seats available as we have already students inside our programs, our next cohort, that they've signed the contract and everything. So you need to move as soon as possible. If you haven't booked the meeting with our admissions team, I suggest you do this immediately. Slim, if you want to find the link, maybe to help them out. So if you haven't done it, the first step is book a meeting. Once you have the meeting and the person from our team agrees that you should be in our next cohort, then you need to go and do the pre-course. The pre-course takes a week to 2 weeks. So you are almost out of time. You really need to devote some time. If you're interested in joining our next cohort, the weekend is upon us. Study hard. This is a great start. You can start studying hard from now. So go for it if you think this is a good fit for you at the moment. And we'll be here to support you.
Okay, so I just shared in the chat the link to book the call. So it's a very short form that you need to fill with your name, email address, and phone number. And then when you click on submit, the page will reload and provide you with the link to book the call with our admission team.
Thank you, Alexia, for joining us today. It has been great interaction with all of you. This is really important for us. We love having interested students asking questions, difficult questions, easy questions. This is very, very important for us. We take big pride in our work, and it's our honor to have such engagement in our call today. Thank you all for your very active participation.
Thank you all, and see you around, hopefully on Discord and on our social media accounts. And we are always here to help, support, even with just information or guidance, so you can reach out to us whenever you need to.
Thank you all.
Thank you,
Have a good
everyone.
night.
Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.